Should there be a special rule for outdoor hockey rinks in the city? Should they be allowed anywhere in the city regardless of rules and bylaws?
A story in Riverside South has ignited a national debate, international attention, and fierce backlash against an elderly neighbor who complained about a small rink partially on city property.
Boards were put up on a corner lot of a home in Riverside South, but it's in the front yard, which is what is creating the uproar. CTV's Stefan Keys is live rinkside for us tonight with the very latest. Steph.
Patricia, even if eyesore was the original complaint, Ottawa bylaw says there are various reasons to take the boards down and move the rink back away from the road. Falling victim to the forceful pull of a neighbor's complaint, what went up had to come down. The boards around this outdoor rink in strict violation of city bylaws. And so all of Dad's hard work is under reconstruction.
Like, you ruined my Christmas.
That quote and this Instagram post breaking the internet overnight. Canadians defending 8-year-old Emma and her two sisters, pictured here with a sign tugging at heartstrings.
We're just trying to, create some good memories for our kids, and that taking down the boards this early in the season is, I think, challenging.
So this is where piles of wood now rest in pieces at the side of the house instead of bordering the outdoor rink. Hours of work that had to come down.
It took me a whole day to build the frame up from the first time I built it. After I received the notice from bylaw, I adjusted it, so it took me about half a day to make it smaller.
And none of that includes time spent thickening ice, setting a 3 a.m. alarm clock to move the hose and make it even, but that labor of love won't be bylaw. The rink is in the front yard because the family has an in-ground pool in the back.
So this is a great spot to put it. Like I said, we've had it for 5 years. It's the first year that we've had the boards.
City bylaw finding lots of reason why this rink has to go. Possible damage to utility lines from stakes driven in the ground to put the boards up, driver sight lines and the chances a puck could hit someone passing by, and the violation of zoning rules that prevent permanent or temporary structures on front or side yards.
It was entirely located on road allowance originally, and we were really concerned about the safety of both the people that were using the rink as well as passerbys and even vehicles that may be on the street that close to the rink.
So after 5 weeks of negotiating, the rink was moved back. But heading into the weekend, the Cosgroves learned the board still had to be removed. That's when they went public with their disappointment.
Well, we consider the matter closed now.
But ultimately, it's a fight they can't win. Now, there's been an overwhelming amount of support for the Cosgrove family from near and far, but locally people have even offered to come and dump snow around the rink so that they can build up a natural wall so pucks don't end up onto the street, Graham.
Quite the winter scene there behind you, Stefan. It looks fantastic. Now, I understand Carol Ann Meehan, the local councillor, has weighed in on this, calling into CFRA. She did this twice today. What did she say at the first call?
At the outset, our understanding is that she called in. She said that she spoke with the city manager, Steve Kanalakis, about this rink and more or less said that sometimes you have to bend the rules. So there's very inconsistent messaging out of City Hall because we know even the mayor who asked senior staff to review this has softened his stance, happy at the fact that the kids are clearly still playing hockey.
And we should point out the councillor called back a few moments later saying that essentially that's not what she meant, that it's basically status quo. But I'm sure we'll hear more about this as everybody continues to pay attention to the rink. CTV's Stefan Keys live in Riverside South. Thanks, Steph.